Let's hear it for the graduating class of December 2020. Things may be different from past SFA commencements, but they are not as confusing as they seem. You have instruction cards to help guide you through the ceremony. Listen carefully to the person with the microphone. At each stage of the ceremony, you will be given instructions by the person with the microphone. Listen well and follow those instructions. Remain seated until the speaker asks you to rise for the presentation of the mace. Sit down when instructed by the person with the microphone. You will move from the floor to the stage, and we're going to practice this part. When you receive the following instructions, please respond. Candidates for the master's degree, please rise. Thank you. You may be seated. And that was the appropriate response. You'll then hear, candidates for the master's degree, please come forward. Your response, the first row will move out of your row and down the stairs following the usher's instructions. Remaining master's candidates will be seated. Candidates for the bachelor's degree, please rise. Excellent. Thank you. You may be seated. And that was the appropriate response. You'll then hear, candidates for the bachelor's degree, please come forward. Your response, the first row, move out of your row and down the stairs following the usher's instructions. Remaining bachelor's candidates will be seated. Please maintain social distancing when descending to the floor and lining up to cross the platform. You will then cross the stage. You hand your name card to the person on the stage with the scanner. Your name will be called from this card. You'll receive your diploma tube from the registrar. Pause with your mask on for a photo with your dean. Walk to the opposite end of the stage and exit at the ramp. You'll stop for a photo after you exit the stage. Please maintain social distancing while waiting to have your official photo taken. Your tassel should be on the right side for your photo. And after you have taken your photo, you'll return to your seat after walking around the floor of the Coliseum. Please respect your classmates. Give your classmates the same respect you received by returning to your seat and remaining seated until all of your classmates have crossed the stage. At the end of the ceremony, you will flip your SFA ring when instructed, move your tassel when instructed, sing the school song, and depart the Coliseum as your section is called and exit the Coliseum promptly. Please note that your diplomas will be mailed in approximately 6 to 8 weeks. And please remain seated. The ceremony will begin shortly. Congratulations.
Will the guests please be seated? We ask that the candidates, faculty, and platform party members please stand for the presentation of the mace. Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? In preparation for the presentation and posting of the colors and the playing of our national anthem, please stand and remove any hats or other headdress and place your right hand over your heart in salute to our nation's flag. Today's color guard is provided by the Stephen F. Austin State University Department of Military Science. These young men and women will soon join the ranks of over 600 officers appointed from SFA and lead American soldiers across the globe in defense of our freedom. The national colors are being posted by the Stephen F. Austin State University Army ROTC Color Guard.
The Color Guard is comprised of members of the Lumberjack Battalion Color Guard.
Good afternoon. Please be seated. I'm Steve Bullard, Provost and Vice President of Academic Affairs, and on behalf of our faculty, staff, and our students, I'm very pleased to welcome you to the December 2020 commencement ceremony at Stephen F. Austin State University. It's quite wonderful to see so many friends and family members here today to celebrate these significant accomplishments of our students. Please note that the COVID-19 pandemic has brought a different look to a number of SFA traditions this year, and this commencement ceremony is certainly no exception. Our seating arrangement is different today, and traditional activities like the academic processional and handshakes will not occur today. However, we're very excited to acknowledge our graduates, and we're very happy that you have an opportunity and can be with us today to participate in this ceremony and join us in celebrating these significant and life-changing accomplishments. At this time, I would like to introduce the platform party. I shall ask each individual to stand as introduced and to remain standing until all are introduced so that we might recognize them together. To my left on the top row is Dr. Judy Abbott, Dean, James I. Perkins College of Education. Dr. Pauline Sampson, Dean of Research and Graduate Studies. And to my left on the front row is Ms. Linda Langham, Registrar. To my right, Dr. Scott Gordon, President, and Mr. Matthew Cotton, Sign Language Interpreter. Beginning to my left, on the front row on the floor, Mr. Tom Mason, Board of Regents from Dallas. Ms. Bridget Henderson, Board of Regents from Lufkin. Ms. Ireland Bramhall, Board of Regents, Student Representative from Ennis. And beginning on my left, on the second row on the floor, Dr. Danny Gallant, Vice President for Finance and Administration. Dr. Steve Westbrook, Vice President for University Affairs. Ms. Jill Still, Vice President for University Advancement. Ms. Tina Oswald, Faculty Senate Representative. And Dr. Mark Guidry, Associate Provost. Beginning on my left, on the third row on the floor, Dr. Mashara Delaney Fields, Chief Diversity Officer. Dr. Holly Smith, Assistant Dean of Student Affairs for Programs. Ms. Nita Hudson, Lecturer of Music, and Mr. Craig Turnage, Executive Director of Alumni Relations. Please join me in recognizing this distinguished group. At this time, I would like to welcome to the podium Ms. Ireland Bramhall, our Student Regent.
Good afternoon, everyone. I would also like to welcome you to this commencement ceremony. This is a wonderful and exciting time for all of us, especially for our graduates and their friends and families. Please remember that each graduate and guest deserves to enjoy a ceremony without inappropriate or excessive interruptions. Please do not disrupt the proceedings with prolonged noise, the use of air horns, or other such activities. We are all so glad you're here, and I hope it's a great day for all. Thank you so much, and knock some jacks.
Good afternoon and welcome to the Fall 2020 graduation ceremony at Stephen F. Austin State University. I would like to welcome the parents and other family members who are attending today because I know for a student to graduate from an institution of higher education, it often requires sacrifice from all members of the family. A round of applause for the families. As we know, we are aware that the holidays are fast approaching, and I cannot think of a better present for a parent to receive than to have a son or daughter graduate from SFA. Students, I'd like to congratulate you and tell you how proud we are that you selected SFA as your university. We say that we challenge minds and change lives. When you reflect on your time here, I think you will be able to agree that between your very first class and this celebration today, your mind was challenged, and you have transformed in ways that will help you take on the world. Between all 5 of our ceremonies this weekend, more than 1,000 SFA students will soon become more than 1,000 SFA graduates and alumni. I'm going to call out a variety of categories for our students. And if you are in one of these categories, I would like you to stand and remain standing throughout the duration of these categories. If you are a veteran or currently serving in the military, please stand and remain standing. If you are the first in your family to go to college, please stand. If you are raising children, please stand. If you worked while you were taking classes, please stand. I see a few people not standing. My bet is this one will get everybody standing. If you're happy you don't need to take another exam, please stand. Thank you, and you may be seated. You know, earning a degree isn't easy. You students, you know that. The road to degree is seldom a smooth one. It's filled with ups, it's filled with downs, but through your persistence and with the help of your professors and others across this university, here you are. You've made it. I urge you, as you continue in your journey, to remain loyal to your university and keep us advised of your successes in the years ahead. For our faculty, without a strong and committed faculty, none of these graduates would be here today. I'd like to thank each faculty member here for your dedication to your discipline, your dedication to your teaching, and your commitment to this university and our students. There's no doubt in my mind that each student graduating here today owes a special debt of gratitude to you. So I would like for you to stand and please be recognized. Thank you. So this is a time in the program where I typically introduce the commencement speaker. But today, I have the opportunity to serve as the commencement speaker. And so what I'm going to do today is talk about journeys. I'm going to talk about my journey, your journey, and how they may have been 30 years apart. What are those similarities in our journeys? And what are your journeys going to result in for each and every one of you? So I have the privilege of serving as the 9th president of Stephen F. Austin State University. And I became president about 18 months ago. So you guess you could say, what do you think, students? I'm a sophomore. But in that short time, I've fallen in love with SFA, its traditions, its values, and the community. It's great to have the opportunity to speak to you and again to talk about journeys. I'll give you a little bit of a background. My story begins in a small, rural, northern New York village called Malone in the foothills of the Adirondack Mountains. I'm a first-generation college student that came from a very low socioeconomic background, who during school was on free and reduced lunch plans. And I remember one day when I was in school, going through the lunch line, my lunch ticket was pink. And everybody else in that lunch line's ticket was white. And one of the friends that I had asked, "Why is your lunch ticket pink?" And I was starting to kind of conjure up this story in my mind, like I had it in the washer with my red sweater. And because I was embarrassed. And it really hit when one of the other students in the line said, "His is pink because he's poor." That hurt. But you know what? Today, I'm darn proud of that. You know, because one of the things that I can tell you is that getting a college education provides you with choices. You know, my dad was a laborer in the Department of Transportation, and my mom worked in the home. My father's highway department labor job resulted in him out in the hot summers, putting asphalt on the road, laying tar in the cracks of the road, and he would come home with pits, burn pits all over his skin. And then in the wintertime, when it was 30 below zero, he would be out on the highways throwing salt and sand on the roads, much before we had the automation that we have now. And I can remember my dad coming home from work one snowy, cold day, and he got into his chair next to the heat register. We only had about 3 in the house. It was a very small house. And my mom wrapping him up in a blanket, giving him hot coffee, and him saying to us boys who were on the floor playing with cars and trucks, "You boys will never have to do this. I want you all to get a college education. That will provide you with choices." And you know what? That's a lot coming from somebody who, as he says, graduated from the 8th grade. Never went to high school, never went to college. So as we sit here today, what I want to talk with you about is your journey. You know, my journey allowed me to go to college, have many different experiences that I'm sure you had, working with wonderful faculty, learning a lot about yourself, a lot about your discipline. But some of the things that I hope you learned was the importance of mentoring, the desire that you have now to give back and become a mentor, the value of teamwork, the value of collaboration, the value of competition. And in fact, some of my best friends today are those who I competed with in the swimming pool as I was a swimmer through college. What about your journey at SFA? Who knew that when you began your journey toward a college degree at SFA, the challenges you would have placed before you, that we would be wearing masks as a daily component of our wardrobe, and in some cases, even a fashion statement, that whether or not to meet family or other people during holidays and to hug our loved ones or to be in group settings would be an absolutely gut-wrenching dilemma. Who would have thought, as you started your journey, that hand sanitizer and bathroom tissue would have been a hot commodity? And in the face of all of these challenges, through your resilience, through your resistance or persistence, through your patience, you made that choice to persevere. You succeeded in spite of the challenges of this COVID climate. The same resilience and persistence that brought you to this moment, be assured, it will sustain you through your future. And although the future may feel more unknown and uncertain than ever, our nation and its citizens have faced challenges in the past and will in the future. This is not our first pandemic. It won't be our last. But like our predecessors who faced national challenges, it's vital that we are ready and willing to journey into the unknown. That we choose to continue to work toward goals, dreams, even when the circumstances around us are very, very uncertain. Because that's one thing I can guarantee each and every one of you. Normal will never last very long. But your lumberjack experience has prepared you for the challenges you'll face in the future. Think back to the first time you began your journey as an SFA student and everything you've learned since that time. How much more experienced you are today than you were then. The confidence you have developed. How prepared you are for the career you have chosen. This transformational experience, the personal growth you've made from your first days with SFA to now, will serve as a guide for you in the future to never give up, never give in, to use your knowledge to positively impact your career and your family. Your degree opens doors. It opens doors to a brand new world. Lumberjacks before you have become doctors, lawyers, they've earned Nobel Prizes, Academy Awards, and they become governors and state legislators, as well as built business empires. I want to give you a quote. Olympic soccer star Abby Wambach recently said that our collective success is determined by individual accountability. She said the greatest teams are made up of individual players who fling themselves towards the soccer ball because they each relentlessly believe in their own greatness. So students, soon-to-be graduates, be relentless. Be relentless champions of your own abilities. I believe that you can't wait for that moment when the ball finally comes to you to decide whether or not you're good enough. You need to decide that right now. No one else is going to decide that for you. And you must continue working towards greatness, because now more than ever, lifelong learning is the option. Not continuing your education, not continuing to learn is not an option. So look at what you've accomplished and the environment in which you've accomplished it, and realize that you've earned that right. You've earned a right to believe in yourself even when nobody else does, especially when nobody else does. You know, Wambach was right when she said that there will come a time when the ball comes to you. And when that happens, when it's your turn to make a difference, make a choice to show up as your collective future depends upon it, because it does. Students, congratulations on your achievements. I know the diploma you're about to receive will make your holiday season and your family's holiday season. And always remember, Axum.
Thank you, Dr. Gordon. At this time, will the candidates for the master's degree please rise? President Gordon, each of these candidates has completed the appropriate course of study for the master's degree, and each is presented to you by the graduate faculty and the Dean of Graduate Studies as being qualified for the rights and privileges of a person of wisdom.
By the virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents of the university, I award to each of you the appropriate degree. Please come forward.
The Graduate School, Dr. Pauline Sampson, Dean. Megan Kathleen Rattan. Monica Montoya. Baldomero Ramos. Mireya Isabel Robles. Becky B. Rogers. Audrey Jean Talib. Jill Michelle Williams. Coral Bunch Bassinger. Ni Nyok Figueroa. Jessie Ann Gibson. Caitlin Lawrence. Heidi L. Paul. Markeitha D. Richardson. Carly Mackenzie Wright. Madison Gaylor Wyatt.
Will the candidates for the bachelor's degree please rise? President Gordon, each of these candidates has completed the appropriate course of study for the baccalaureate degree, and each is recommended to you by the faculty and the Council of Deans as being qualified for the rights and privileges of a person of reason.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents of the university, I confer upon each of you the appropriate degree. Please come forward.
The James I. Perkins College of Education, Dr. Judy A. Abbott, Dean. Binish Naveed Ahmed. Avery Ama Albus. Iman Elise Andrews. Elena Lynn Bergeron. Jesse Ray Bronson. Brianna Nicole Brown. Graduating magna cum laude, Sarai Butron Castillo. Neida Camacho. Kinsey Catherine Carnes. Victoria Lauren Christopher. Graduating magna cum laude university scholar, Rebecca Faith Cooper. Brittany Nicole Crew. Graduating summa cum laude, Molly E. Dawkins. Graduating cum laude, Tristan Avery Dodds. Miranda Blair Dugat. Graduating magna cum laude, Lindsay Renee Edmonds. Graduating cum laude, Madison Jane Freeland. Priscilla Diane Galvan. Jada Jordan Hall. Diamond LaShawn Harrison. Graduating cum laude, Trevor A.C. Havard. Tyler Lewis Henderson. Graduating summa cum laude, Izel Biani Hernandez. Julie Hjelm. Graduating cum laude, Elizabeth Ann Howell. Graduating summa cum laude, April D. Humphreys. Dustin Richard Hutchison. Jordan D. Johnson. Kennedy Jones Parks. Graduating magna cum laude, Carolyn Grace Knox. Emma Nicole LeBlanc. Lindsay Marie Lemax. Caitlin Diane Leslie. Amy Lynn Logston. Courtney Deanne Mars. Graduating cum laude, Marisol Martinez. L'Oreal Elaine McCrae. Graduating cum laude, Kaylin Mason McMillan. Kay Lynn Moreno. Jennifer Diane Morgan. Aksa Muhammad. Lillian Lin Win. Lauren Elizabeth Olson. Charlie Peterson. Erika Mariel Queme. Sandra Ramos. Michaela Sandra Reed. Celine Suzette Reynolds. Gabrielle Nicole Richmond. Jordan Michael Sims. Graduating cum laude, Adam Joseph Smith. Graduating cum laude, Carson Page Smith. Brennan Kelly Stewart. Graduating summa cum laude, Arlene Linda Tercios. Megan Catherine Vance. Aida Perez Villarreal. Valeria Rachel Villarreal. Maxine Simone Walker. Okevian Shakur Wallace. Savannah Rain Ware. Tiffany Kene Watson. Shelby Ann Watts. Elise Tiana Williams. Savannah Annette Wilwarding. Graduating magna cum laude, Olivia Joy Woodford. Sarah Elise Young. Brooke Lachey Zamora. Cedeli Aguirre. Jessica Anastasio. Michaela Barringer. Christian Marie Poss. Bailey Nicole Basham. Graduating summa cum laude, Ramsey Lane Bentley. Mariel Caton Bowles. Graduating cum laude, Tori Renee Borden. Morgan Taylor Brandon. Kendall Rianne Brown. Abigail Lorraine Burfine. Deidre Byers. Christy Patricia Caltharp. Damaris Cornelio. Graduating cum laude, Cassidy Aaron Corprew. Amanda Aaron Curry. Brooke Marie Dowry. Casey Marie Davenport. University Scholar Victoria Oksong Davis. Graduating summa cum laude, Ariel Lavanna Dawson. Graduating cum laude, Abria Lamonia Deckard. Regine Yvonne Demison. Sydney Faith Denny. Graduating cum laude, Madison Elise Deachin. Amanda Anise Dickerson. Sarah Elizabeth Drake. Graduating summa cum laude, Crystal Gail Ensley. Trista Leanne Farley. Christy Michelle Ferguson. Michaela Ferguson. Graduating summa cum laude, Jennifer Nicole Fincher. Stephanie Michelle Flores. Sakaya Shade Fugit. Graduating cum laude, Sylvia Garcia. Caitlin M. Glosson. Graduating cum laude, Tiana Graves. Allison V. Griffin. Zoe Ray Griffin. Graduating magna cum laude, Kelsey Michelle Grissett. Macy D. Grubbs. Christine Diane Gustafson. Graduating magna cum laude, Ashley M. Guyton. Allison Louise Hagan. Graduating summa cum laude, Lauren Ashley Helwig. Graduating cum laude, Brianna Monique Hernandez. Graduating cum laude, Abigail Nicole Hicks. Jessica May Hoffman. Madison Lee Huggins. Graduating cum laude, Taylor Renee Hudson. Ana M. Jimenez Venegas. Courtney Lynn Jones. Graduating summa cum laude, Kaylee Elaine Jimerson. Emily Catherine Joseph. Crystal Ann King. Graduating summa cum laude, Abigail Joy Kirk. Graduating cum laude, Lisa Klecker. Logan LaRue. Sheridan Joyce Lamb. Graduating cum laude, Jenna Lynn Lard. Haley Renee Laverne. Graduating cum laude, Samantha Lynn Lee. Stephanie T. Lee. Graduating summa cum laude, Aubrey Danae Lewis. Constance Marie Linder. Graduating summa cum laude, Miriam Flores Lira. Graduating magna cum laude, Heather Thomas Lockwood. Timothy Sean Marshall. Sarah Marie Martinez. Graduating magna cum laude, Yoelia Yasmin Martinez. Graduating cum laude, Madison Cheyenne McDaniel. Maya Danielle McKnight. Graduating cum laude, Sarah Lynn Middleton. Elizabeth Joanne Miller. Sandra Mirafuentes. Elizabeth Ann Mitchell. Graduating cum laude, University Scholar, Elizabeth Montoya. Kimberly Dawn Morris. Graduating summa cum laude, Malin Murphy. Raymond Kyle Newton. Hayden Colby Nichols. Graduating summa cum laude, Deborah Renee O'Neill. Kristen Sheree Patton. Graduating cum laude, Catherine Eileen Pechtel. Graduating summa cum laude, Anna Mackenzie Peters. Amity Lynn Posey. Graduating summa cum laude, Shelley Ann Pugh. Graduating summa cum laude, Gloria Yvette Ramirez Valencia. Graduating summa cum laude, University Scholar, Dakota Page Rankin. Graduating summa cum laude, University Scholar, Melanie Danielle Renato. Graduating magna cum laude, Patricia Rivera. Graduating summa cum laude, Johanna Paola Romero. Sadie Lee Rose. Paula Jo Sarles. Valeria Serrano Figueroa. Graduating cum laude, Alexis Bailey Shea. Michaela Ann Shea. Katie Lucille Smith. Graduating summa cum laude, University Scholar, Brenda Giselle Sosa. Hazel Renee Spake. Graduating summa cum laude, Bailey Jo Spangler. Lillian Lee Sparks. Madeline B. Speenberg. Graduating summa cum laude, Wendy Michelle Spence. Graduating cum laude, Lindsay May Stanzel. Graduating summa cum laude, TJ Stockwell. Graduating cum laude, Carissa Marie Stokely. Tara Clay Thacker. Rebecca Lee Thomason. Lauren Thompson. Taylor Rankin Trout. Graduating cum laude, Valerie Vela. Graduating summa cum laude, University Scholar, Daniela Villegas. Graduating cum laude, Samantha Ray Walker. Graduating cum laude, Alicia D. Watson. Graduating summa cum laude, Chelsea Renee Webb. Graduating magna cum laude, Haley Lauren Wells. Graduating summa cum laude, Virginia Ann Westley. Graduating cum laude, Jada Elise Weston. Graduating cum laude, Rachel Diane Williams. Graduating magna cum laude, Carly Janae Young.
As we near the conclusion of our ceremony today, I want to thank you for sharing this celebration of the accomplishments of our students. Please know that you are always welcome on this campus, and we hope that you'll return frequently. At this time, Mr. Craig Turnage will offer brief congratulatory remarks to our graduates. Following his remarks, please stand and join Ms. Nita Hudson in singing the university song. The words are on the back of our program, and they'll also be on the screen. At the conclusion of the university song, the platform party will depart, followed by the academic recession, and guests and students will be dismissed by section by the announcer.
On behalf of the SFA Alumni Association and over 100,000 living SFA alumni, it is my pleasure to welcome all of you into the SFA alumni family. Congratulations. We look forward to you being an active member in the association. Now, for those of you that wear the SFA ring, it is time for you to turn your ring around with the SFA facing away from you as a symbol to the world that you are a proud SFA alumnus. Graduates, move your tassels. Congratulations, Merry Christmas, and Axum Jacks.
Oh
In order to dismiss safely, please remain seated until your section is called. In order to avoid crowd congestion, once your section is dismissed, please proceed to the exit and parking lot area. Members of the platform, you may exit the platform. Members on the floor, regents and faculty, you may exit the floor. Guests and graduates, we will be releasing by sections in the Coliseum.